Warning, we are not Japanese, so if we mispronounce any names, we do apologize in advance. This podcast will discuss, in many details, many adult themes that is not for anyone under the age of 18. If you are easily offended or do not want to hear people discuss topics involving sex, taboo topics, and other adult activities with harsh language, you have the option of turning the podcast off now. You have been warned. Hello everyone and welcome back to Itaitolistento, the only hentai show that makes you harder than a hentai protagonist in a mixed bathhouse. I'm Matt.
I'm Jarrett.
And this is our first post-con episode. We're officially back, boys, in the swing of things.
Yes, we are. First post-con
first
event.
There was no post-con depression for this con. It was only, current con depression. It was not a great Metacon. So actually, we're just gonna dive right into it. We're gonna get into con life, boys.
Yeah, con life. We're gonna talk about the ups and downs
and
downs of Metacon, 2019.
Yep, 2019.
Where can I start? Well, let's kind of start from the beginning. My first Metacon was back in 2017, where I first did panels, and it was actually more people than
for a Metacon about 2 years ago, 2017, like we said. Actually was some of the most that I've seen at a Metacon. Metacon's kind of a weird convention where it normally has its ups and downs population-wise. It kind of goes off like every other year or every 2 years, where it's either, above average or way below average. And we're still in the downswing this year, where it was way below than what I think people were expecting. So
yeah, which was weird because the usual suspects weren't there. This one person who sits outside the main hall, or not main, what is that? The main.
I just call it like the hotel. It's not even like the hotel lobby.
It's not the lobby, but it's like the lobby of the.
It's like the main entrance to the
convention
hall.
Yeah, the event hall,
I guess is what you want to call it.
But anyway, one of the usual suspect is we dubbed Boombox Guy.
Yeah, Boombox Guy. We don't know his name. I don't think I've never talked to him.
No, I don't either. But basically, for past 2 years for every Anime Minneapolis and Metacon, or at least I haven't gone.
Yeah, I don't know where Detour's held. I think it's held. Detour is held at the same hotel. I think. I don't go to Detour, so.
But I don't. Was he there for Meta 18?
Yeah.
So yeah. So he was there for basically every year for Anime Minneapolis and Metacon, and lo and behold, he wasn't there. So, which was weird.
Yeah, for those who don't know Boombox Guy, or the guy we were referring to, he literally just sits at this one table with a boombox and just plays music.
Yeah.
Some of his friends join him every now and then, but he pretty much just sits there.
And he wasn't there.
Honestly, that right there should have been the warning sign.
Yeah.
Should have been the sign of things to come.
Because it didn't click until Saturday, because I got there Friday noonish. I'm like, so it's like, well, it's Friday. It's con just literally started an hour ago, so I'm gonna figure he'd come later. Saturday comes around, or actually Friday night, and I'm like,
yeah, there's no Boombox Guy.
Where's the music? I hear nothing, and I'm like, maybe he's late. I don't know. And then Saturday came, nothing.
Yeah.
So another usual suspect, I guess, is Dancing Dude.
Yeah, Dancing Dude. Anyone that I think he goes to like all Annie Midwest conventions, or at least the ones hosted by them. So anyone that goes by the anime showroom, there's normally a individual running it who's dressed up in partial fursuit with these really awesome glowing headphones, and he's always dancing. Yeah. And pretty much everyone calls this guy Dancing Dude. But I don't know if anyone knows his name.
Yeah, so he's not there. I know another usual suspect was the Negan cosplayer. I mean, he
does like karaoke a lot too, and always like chills.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
because he always does it with my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always sing something.
So I mean, I noticed he wasn't there for Anime Minneapolis.
I didn't even see him in any other outfit.
Yeah.
Because normally he goes like between Negan and like two other characters. He like changes those two.
Oh,
but Negan's like always.
Yeah, I always see him as Negan. So
never. Nope, didn't see him. I thought I saw him, but it was just another guy dressed as Negan.
So yeah, that was a big surprise. So not only that, the panels.
So we'll put this warning out there. We kind of expected it to go this way.
Yes.
We weren't. So we'll just be real. So the first debate that we had, the anime debate, was
Expected.
It had people, but it went about as well as we expected. Where there was a bunch of people who had no idea what a debate was and were super socially awkward.
Yeah.
Except one dude. What was he dressed as? He had the cowboy hat. We wanted to invite him to do.
Oh,
He
I
was
don't know.
cool. He was cool.
Oh, he was. What's the character's name from? He was Snake, but not the Snake we were. Or no, not Snake. If you've seen Escape from New York.
Oh yeah.
That's the character's name, but he's not from Escape from New York.
Yeah.
If you know who it is, then you know what I'm talking about. At least name wise.
So
yeah.
he was cool. He was like probably the coolest one we had.
Yeah.
And then I think every other panel that wasn't the hentai panels, I think we got nobody.
Yeah. We only did the second debate panel.
Yeah,
Nobody
second
showed
debate
up.
panel, no one showed up except two dudes. And
Wait, no, wasn't that the one where the black kid who gave us was that one, or was that something else?
No, the throwdown was the one where Satan gave us some coins. Because the second debate, there was just like nobody.
Did we get that throwdown? Shit.
Oh, did we? I don't remember. See,
Anyway,
this is how uneventful this fucking convention.
So anyway, I don't know his name.
I can't. Yeah, I feel bad.
I'm sorry if you're listening.
Yeah, you know who you are. You were at Medicon. You saw us, and you're like, "Hey, I recognize you guys."
You're the only.
one there.
You're the only black guy on our list, so
Yeah,
you know who you are.
I feel bad. I feel
Sorry.
so bad. Cool dude, we love you.
Send us an email, and you'll if you get. Did he give us email?
Yeah, he was on our email list.
Okay. Yeah, send us. Say, hey,
send us
I'm the
an
black
email.
guy,
Like,
and we'll give you a shout out next time with your real name.
I'm the Black Akatsuki guy. Let's go, dude.
We had a good chat. Him and his friends.
He was really cool. He brought like a new group of friends, so he didn't show up to every panel, which we're not expecting everyone to go to every one of our panels.
Oh yeah, we were expecting.
Well, yeah, you two know who you are. You're at every debate panel. We didn't see you guys at Medicon. So.
Well, not them. I'm talking about the, I guess, founding fathers of this podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, those two were part of the group who were like, you guys should do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other guy.
Maybe. I don't know. But point being, they weren't there.
No, well, I'm talking about the dude who said just start a podcast, and if we should do a Patreon. That guy.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah, he was not there, I don't think, either.
That guy. I'm disappointed in you. You know who you are.
Yeah, you were actually disappointed in.
But no.
Support. Just kidding.
Hopefully you're there for Anna Minneapolis.
Yeah, no, honestly, anyone that didn't go to Meta, you
didn't miss much.
You didn't miss much. The guests were not that great. Quick to wrap up our panels. Even like our first hentai one didn't really, which is their live one. We didn't really have that many people. Which, again, we were to be expected because we were very explicit, like, hey, we're not really going to be showing much. It's more of a discussion / actual live episode of a podcast.
Yeah. Also, I apologize for that whole audio for that whole episode.
Yeah.
It was pretty... It's not as loud.
As what we thought it was compared to what we were hearing.
So, hopefully, maybe next time it'll be better.
If we decide to do another live episode, it'll go a lot better. So
right here now, while Matt's a witness, I don't think I'm ever gonna go to another Metacon unless there's a celebrity, quote unquote, that's there.
One that's like actually, that sounds mean to like the special guests that they do invite, because a lot of them are really nice, cool people. It's just I've met them all already.
Yeah,
it's like I don't care anymore.
Or they have like a musical. Was there even a musical guest?
No, because V's for Villains isn't showing up for any Midwest stuff anymore. So.
No, I mean I'm not.
But that's like their big musical guest they normally have. But there was like no idol from what I could tell. There was no like nerdcore artist from what I could tell. Like I think Whitey Cracker had it. No, I don't even think he was there actually.
Really, he's always there.
I know he's always there, but I don't think he did anything outside of DJ. I don't think he had like an actual concert from what I remember. He might have, but I didn't pay attention. Megaran wasn't there, so this is like...
So, yeah, I mean, that's the only way I'm going back to Metacon, unless
we're getting paid.
Unless we get invited.
Unless we somehow unless this somehow takes off and we get invited, but then we'll probably literally just do 18+ panels the entire time.
Speaking of that, future, I might as well tell you this now. Future, because I think like you said, I think we're just going to do 18, pretty much 18+.
Yeah. For Metacon anyway, and we'll see about Minneapolis. I mean,
this was for Minneapolis, because one, we'll do what showcase what we normally do.
Yeah, hentai showcase.
But another idea we were talking about at the table upstairs, playing retro game Double Dash. We should add alcohol in the mix.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I had to email to see what's the deal with, can we serve alcohol during panels?
I think they'll make you do a room party.
Shit, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
I mean, what's like in my hotel room party?
Yeah, I think they'll give you one on like the 6th floor if you're gonna host a room party. But I don't know the rule. I've never been and I've never hosted. So.
Well, if that's the case. I mean, if it's not my room, because I really don't want, people using my bathroom. Especially when alcohol is involved.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if that's the case, then definitely a Double Dash tournament with alcohol.
We'll have like a Double Dash or like a Smash Bros kind of deal going on for like a room party where we just drink and all joke about hentai and shit. That'll be fun.
Because right now I'm trying to figure out like shots, like when you have to take a shot. If you take a blue shell, that's a shot. If you fall off the course, that's a shot. So
we can come up with something.
Yeah. But for now, that's at least one.
Actually, I don't know if we want to explain it ever in an episode, but we came up with a convention drinking game because we were so fucking bored at
Yeah. I still have to come up with that on that one.
So if you see us at Andy Mini. We'll take suggestions for other cons that go on either in the Minnesota area or like within. I don't even know if you're willing to travel, but
since I'm not going to Meta, I might be saving up money to now go to HentaiCon, which is in Burbank.
Ooh.
I mean, it's in it's either October or November.
Okay.
If it's in October, I can definitely go. If it's in November, hopefully it's in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that when you get like super busy with like?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if it was in LA, I probably wouldn't go. But it's in Burbank. I don't know.
Burbank still is expensive, though.
I know. But it's in the fall, so you may get. That's what I'm saying. Save up. I might save up money.
We'll see how it goes. But
I may try Anime Fusion.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to like Chicago and stuff for like Anime Zap and stuff like that. Those actually sound like good conventions. So but I mean, it's still Chicago. It's like the early.
Yeah, I've been. Trust me,
I've been there. My brother lived there when he was going to school, and literally a weekend, and I'm like, well, I'm done with this city. So for anyone that lives in Chicago, but your city sucks.
The drive in there sucks.
Driving there sucks. Driving in Chicago sucks. Taking the train sucks. People suck.
Yeah,
Chicago sucks, dude.
The only time I'm going back into Chicago is to see a concert. Hopefully Perfume comes back next year. That was the only time I was in Chicago was for that concert.
Hell yeah,
which were they are awesome in concert.
Oh, they?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They are good. All right. So
anyway, see, that's how uninteresting Metacon was to us. Point is, if you weren't there, you didn't miss much. We're probably not going back unless some kind of petition or something starts to invite us back or something like that.
Or they get a whole lot better.
Or they get better guests. And I mean, as far as organization went, I think the only reason it was better organized is because there was like nobody there, so they're able to get everything sorted out pretty easy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to compliment them on that because I'm just going to look at it from a logistics standpoint. There wasn't much to organize.
No.
So yeah, that's con life. Not much to say. So anyone that's disappointed in us not going to Metacon next year, we apologize, but it saves our pockets quite a bit.
And my vacation time.
And his vacation time. Yeah, he didn't get much because his work is not fun. So. I, on the other hand, get 8 hours of paycheck, so go fuck yourself, everybody.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I love my job.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're moving on to our news section. Jared, what is this first one that you have written here? Because this don't make any fucking sense to me.
Oh, you never heard?
This is, I'm just going to write down what he has, word for word. Lewds of Nezuko - Sakimi-chan.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. I think I know the character.
So, yes. This past week, Sakimi-chan, that's the artist name, because I wanted to write it down so I can remember.
Okay.
That's the artist. If you don't know who she is, she's a Photoshop artist who does, characters from all over the community. When I say community, I think you...
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and Nezuko from Demon Slayer. So she did a older version, quote unquote, of Nezuko, both older and lewded version of her. And she got a lot of slack. A lot of slack from
this.
You mean
flack?
What?
Do you mean flack? Or because you're saying slack?
It's kind of the same.
No, because she got a lot of slack means that, people are like, okay, whatever, not a big deal.
Oh,
but
okay,
flack. Flack is
yes.
is like, oh shit.
So
we are airdropping into Berlin, boys, and our plane just got torn apart. What are we doing?
All right. So yeah, she got. All right. So yeah, she got a lot of flack from looting up Nezuko. If you haven't, apparently Nezuko's 14, and when she posted this on her Twitter account, she literally put older version of Nezuko on here.
It's very clearly an older version.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Very clearly, she was 18 up. No 14-year-old outside of a JoJo's character is going to have those proportions.
And then oh man, you shouldn't lewd Nezuko because she's 14 and all that shit, bullshit like that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Have you been on the internet?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
it's
Rule 34 should trump everything.
It's a beloved female character. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care how quote unquote innocent they are. They're on the internet now.
Yeah.
It exists.
Yeah.
There's gonna be porn of it.
Yeah. And not only that, I'm like, and I wrote on her Twitter was just bullshit of this. So, and then I'm like, y'all forget that she did a lewd version of almost every female character of My Hero Academia. Nothing. Not a fucking word. I'm like, are you shitting me? Same thing with Ruby. I'm like, they're not. I'm like,
I think they're 15, 16
yeah,
or something.
I'm like not a word. I'm like, and this, you guys draw the line on this?
It's because it's the fucking demons. It's just the flavor of the month. Good anime besides My Hero, and everyone's like, oh my god, this character's so innocent and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't care, dude.
Really? So that really chaps my chaps.
Chaps my chaps, good sir.
So yeah, I'm like, pick your battles. Stop being a hypocrite.
Yeah, honestly, just shut the fuck up.
So
I can't handle this shit. Get off the fucking internet.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
And it's funny that everybody in the East said, man, fucking Westerners. I'm like, well,
what blows my mind is Shadman. Anyone that knows Shadman knows that this guy's fucked up. He's been kicked out of university because of the art that he draws. I think his Reddit got suspended at one point, and then I think that might have been the story. I know his Twitter's been banned multiple times. They keep bringing it back, but nobody bitches about Shadman. Because everyone just accept it there's Shadman doing Shadman shit again. And that shit's 800 times worse than this. And no one gives a shit. Why is this the hill you people are choosing to die on? I don't understand this.
Yeah, so yeah, I loot it up. I don't care what character.
I don't fucking care. As long as you very clearly go, this is an older version of this character. great. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like explicitly saying that this is the underage version, that's where I have the issue. Like that's bad. Don't do that. But if you very clearly make them into a like 6 foot tall, curvy, very sexy woman who is 18 and above, or whatever the fucking legal age is, I don't give a shit. I think like 18 is the universal whatever.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Just enjoy the good artwork. Because I just looked at this when we were talking. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I'm gonna follow this shit when I'm done. But that's like, it's dumb. I hate people. I really do.
All right.
Sucks.
All right. So tell me about this dating, this new dating sim.
So I'm gonna try and keep this rant to a low because this is a medium I very much care about. But I'm sure by now you guys have seen the memes of like fast food workers in anime versus fast food workers in, real life, like the different outfits and how ridiculously hot the anime ones are. KFC has released a visual novel dating simulator where you can date Colonel Sanders. Why? Why did they do this? I don't know. I really think that because of the success of things like Valhalla, the bartender one, and then Doki Doki Literature Club. I think because of that wave, a bunch of other indie stuff happened, which is great. I love seeing visual novels grow as a medium. But what sets like Valhalla apart or Doki Doki apart is like there's actual effort put into it. Like they are good, well written, interesting twists on everything. Like that's cool. This is just a KFC dating simulator for the sake of going, look, hot daddy Colonel Sanders is there and you can totally boink him. Like that's all this entire fucking thing is. And this is the shit that bothers me with like big companies and like corporations like hopping onto a bandwagon because it takes away the legitimacy of the actual medium. It's like if like way back in the day when like McDonald's and Burger King was making like NES and Atari games to advertise shit. It's the same concept. Like it takes away the inherent value of other things. And, visual novels have been super important, whether people want to admit it or not, because that's where you get Fate Stay Night. That's where you get Steins Gate. Those are two things that started off as visual novels that then adapted into these huge franchises. And most people don't even know that they have visual novels, and that's honestly depressing. But anyone that's curious about it, don't play this game. Don't give it any more attention than it's already getting outside of making fun of it. And hopefully companies will learn. So, yeah. And then just final bit of news for any Pokemon fan out there. I'm sure you've already heard the big news, but Ash finally won a motherfucking Pokemon League championship. It took him going to the weakest region of the history of Pokemon, but he finally did it, boys. He got fucked in X and Y, but he finally did it in Sun and Moon. So we're finally in this bitch, boys.
What was his, I guess, Pokemon going into it? I've been out of it, so.
Garbage.
Really?
Absolute trash Pokemon.
Other than Pikachu.
What his official team is, I don't know anymore. Because I swear to God, they change it every episode. But honestly, the episodes themselves leading up to this were not that great.
No.
I don't really think it. Not even worth watching. It's fun to hear about. It was not. It's not like the old. It's not like the X and Y arc where he had like his Greninja and like all these dope Pokemon, and he was like using strategy and like actually outskilling people. And you're like, he's gonna do it, and then he has like a type advantage in the last round, and he loses 3 Pokemon to 1 basically, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? But
all right.
If a lot of people are claiming it's a cop out, like, oh look, they finally gave him, a Pokemon League championship, because the interesting part of that is there's rumors going around that they're gonna quote unquote discontinue the Pokemon name, even though they're probably not. But it sounds like they are for sure going to be dropping Ash as a main character and rebooting the series with Sword and Shield with new characters. So we'll see.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm sick of Ash. I'm sick of seeing his 10-year-old ass on my screen. So.
He's not 10.
Whatever the fuck he is. 23 or 32. Sorry.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember, but the MatPat did the whole.
I don't care what MatPat said. Fuck MatPat, dude.
Him and his team.
Is Sans actually Ness? I don't know, Matt. How would you explain it to me? Oh, look at this one coincidence. This confirms it. Shut the fuck up, dude. Go back to fucking Five Nights at Freddy's shit. That's what made your career, dude.
Don't do that. I don't play it. I never looked at those videos because I never played it, so I didn't really care. But anyway, on to the next one. This next topic comes from Coda Bear, who sent the recommendation for our top 10. Oh, well, actually, it was top 20, but I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah, I could not think of like 20 hentai that I go back to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
10 is much easier, so.
So yeah, we cut this down to 10.
Technically, we're cheating, and we do have 20. It's just,
Time.
times 2.
Yeah. Right now, I'm gonna get this one out the way because everybody who knows us, for me at
Jeez,
least.
everyone, pause the podcast and write down on a piece of paper what you think Jared's favorite hentai is. Come back with the answer.
You get a grand prize of.
We'll shake your hand.
Yeah.
We'll shake your hand. We'll be like, yo, you did it. You paid attention in
Yeah.
class.
yeah. You get an A. You get a gold star. But, yep, you guessed it. It is Bible Black.
Bible Black.
Yep.
First one that he watched, main one that he's done a presentation on as far as a panel. Our highest turnout one, actually, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I again, we're going back to Metacon for discipline. That was just a bad turn. Which, side note, side
we
note,
had pretty hard competition at that time. Because it was the hentai dubbing panel.
Which was like 30 minutes after.
Yeah, after ours started.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, side note, going back to Metacon, it was the last weekend of the fair.
Yeah,
and it was
a good time.
And it was the first weekend of the Renaissance Fair. So yeah.
Which, I mean, you can make the argument, well, that happens every year. It's like,
maybe.
Yeah. It was just, not a great con anyway.
So yeah, that Bible Black, you already know my spiel for Bible Black.
We all know.
Yeah. So get that one out of the way.
Anytime the Bible is mentioned, Jared's breathing in the corner.
Yes. All right. What's yours?
Yeah, so mine are not in any particular order.
Mine either.
Outside of Bible Black.
Yeah.
Only because A, they kind of change depending on my mood and just other stuff that's come out, and B, I just didn't feel the need to really prioritize them. I know. It's like when people ask me like what my favorite game is, I give them like 5 things, and they're like, "Well, I only asked for your favorite." It's like, well, I can't. Like, I like different things for different reasons. Like, I can't say, I can't give it a definitive.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot. Yeah, I'm the same way with movies.
Yeah,
I don't have a favorite movie,
games,
but I can give you my top 5.
Yeah, I can easily give you my top 5 books, games, movies. Cannot give you my definitive. I will always come back to this type answer. It's just not going to happen. So mine is actually called my favorite, or at least one of my favorites, is called Mankitsu Happening. This is a 4-episode series that really just has everything that you could imagine. It has an over-the-top, ridiculous plot. The protagonist keeps losing jobs because he has a skill or a curse, I believe they call. I think they swap between the two. That they call sexual happening, where he runs into awkward sexual situations with people of the opposite gender, so women. So he'll often run into them when they're changing in the restroom, or they'll spill something and he'll be there at the exact wrong time, or something similar to that. And his powers in this anime go cranked up to 11 because how many is the final total? 4 chicks, I think. Yeah, 4. You got the cute little sister character. You got the older MILF who I don't know how she's managed to make it through life. You got the idol that falls in love with him for no real fucking reason. And then you have the evil lady who's there for an episode. I'm gonna shut down this manga cafe. And how else do we solve this problem except with the power of penis?
Yeah.
Quite literally.
That's always the answer.
She's like, I can't shut this place down. I'll lose access to this. And they're all like, yes, we've done it. We've saved it. This honestly has everything. It's got paizuri. It's got, fellatio. It's got foot jobs. It's got MILFs. It's got everything. It's got idols. It's got cosplay. It's got swimsuit. Orgies out the ass. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And in the ass, quite literally. This is one I highly recommend to most people if they're willing to put forth the effort and deal with some of the more ridiculous parts of it. So yeah, highly recommend.
All right. My next one is JK Bitch. I'm not going to pronounce the rest of that.
It's like the main JK Bitch one when you search it.
Yeah, I think it's the only one that pops up.
There's like 2 or 3. But this is the only one that has like 2 episodes with it.
Oh.
So.
But anyway, yeah, my next one, is JK Bitch. It's 2 episodes, and it focuses on gals, which is one of my top 5. One of my go-tos.
We'll go into that list some other time.
Yeah, it's the tag is basically my gals, particularly co-gals. There's like only one in the second episode, but still, gals is pretty much my go-to. This one is there's no plot. It's one of those, protagonist has no eyes.
No, there's literally
no plot. It goes from scene to scene to scene.
Yeah, it's...
But yeah, I like this one.
Each reason for the gal's reason to sleeping with him is more ridiculous and less thought out than the last.
Which is good. Again, like I like gals and the way they just go about doing it. It's hilarious. The first episode, like he finds like a girl just sleeping and just puts his dick right in her mouth.
She's sleeping on like the train, which... This is the only reason that this scene bothers me is because this is like a train in like a major populated city of Japan. Yeah. You ain't finding a fucking train car this empty. That's not happening.
So yeah, I mean that. Luckily for him, she was dreaming about him.
Yeah, she's into this. She's like, oh, you're the person I was dreaming of.
Yeah. So yeah, I like it because some of the scenes are ridiculous, but they are pretty good. If you like gals, I recommend this one. So
yeah, it's interesting. I do like that one though. My next one is called 3 Ping Lovers. This is one of those isekai hentais where the only way these magical girls can save the world is with his cum, because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's only 1 episode right now. I don't think there's ever been news of anything else, and I don't know if this is like based on a visual novel or not. I'm pretty sure it is. This one's pretty good. It's got one of my favorite things, which is monster girls in it. Mm-hmm. So, nothing ridiculous or anything over this one.
Well, like what monster girls? I mean,
so like it's not like monster girls like like Lamias or anything. It's like a succubus, like a witch girl.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure one of them's like an Amazon, so like super ripped. Just love it. My favorite. Yeah, nothing ridiculous about this one. You're not going to feel dirty or anything for watching it. So
well, okay.
Well, like there's some where you're like super in the mood, and then after you're finished your business, you're like, what? My God, what have I watched? Kind of like watching Euphoria or something like that. You're like, that was an experience.
Now to think about it, have I ever? I'm trying to think what
you've watched. I know you've watched.
No, I've seen 8 episodes. I've never seen the whole series.
No, if you watch all of it, you're pretty fucked up. It's ridiculous. It's very good. The animation's pretty good. Again, the plot's pretty dumb, but whatever. I mean, what can you expect from hentai? So, yeah. Can't really point out why this is one I go to. It's just one I enjoy.
Okay, all right. All right. Number 3, Viper GTS.
What's this one? I don't think I've heard of this one.
So, fucking table. So yeah, this one starts off with a kid who draws a demon circle, try to summon a demon for I think it was for I can't remember, but that's not. It's point
is he summons a demon.
He summons a demon succubus, I guess. And then he gets Shit, sorry.
I feel like you're just reading me the plot of Tiny Evil.
No, he summons a succubus because he was on the verge of killing himself. He wanted to experience. He didn't want to die a virgin, so that's why he summoned a succubus. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, I want to have sex with you, and then yeah, sure, take my soul, whatnot, because I'm done with this world. And so basically, they both enjoyed each other's company so much that she rang them out, and like, you know what? I'm not gonna take your soul because the sex was that good.
This was fantastic.
And so then follows second episode. He tries to summon her again because his first time it was amazing, and he gets obviously the second one. It's like, wait, you're not the person I wanted. I'm off to kill myself. Wait, hold on. And then it was kind of funny because he tricked her and I'm like, yeah, I don't want you. I'm like, I'm gonna go kill myself. Wait, I need your soul. Real? I'll do anything. Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you insist.
And then, so on and so on. Eventually, angels come down, and then it turns out, what's the male version of succubus? Incubus. Have two penises, and then apparently the incubus in the story had a relationship with one of the angels. And
Wait! Is this the one where the twist at the end? Isn't it like 4 episodes?
No, it's 3.
Okay, never mind. This might not be the one I'm thinking of.
But anyway, I like this. It's one of my go-tos. Eventually at the end of the day, they all the succubus start living with him. But yeah, it is my go-to because I find it amazing that this guy wanted to kill himself and he just found the joys of sex.
He found pussy.
He found pussy, I don't want to kill. I don't want to die anymore.
Wait a minute. This is what the world can offer me.
But yeah, it's back in the day, it's uncensored. So
okay. Oh yeah, it's definitely not the one I'm thinking of then.
So yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, that sounds pretty funny actually. I'll have to check that one out. So the next one I'm just gonna use the English title for. It's called Welcome to the Forest of Lewd Elves. Again, another isekai one where the only way to save their elf race is, for one man to impregnate an entire village worth of, very lewd elves. And, of course, the village elder is, 800 years old, but a lolly, because why not? This one just, if you're into elf girls, highly recommend. It's got dark skin, it's got cat girl, dark skin elf girls. Just giant ass opie. It's insane. Again, I don't want to call it cute because there's not like a hentai that's cute. No, debatable. But again, this is just one that I turn into every now and then, just because it was one I really enjoyed.
Is it a 2-episode one?
Yep, 2-episode.
Okay.
Because the first episode is just him with the regular elves,
mm-hmm.
and then the second one, the dark elves invade with 3 elves, so I don't know why this is considered an invasion or something bad. And the only way to subdue the dark elves is with the power of penis yet again.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Just phenomenal. I really like it.
Okay. My next one is Jaburi.
Jaburiru.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sorry. But anyway, this one is your kind of standard magical girl series. Demon boy actually comes in, wants to tear shit up, whatnot, and then the angel is like, hey, I need a fighter of justice, blah blah blah. You're it. And then it turns out the more, I guess, embarrassed, or depending on the sex act, is how you get your power ups. There's a good it was good way and a bad way of getting your powers.
Right.
Yeah, one of them. It's hilarious. She was reading off the list. This is how you get it from one way. This is how you get it another way. One of them was bathroom play or
Oh God.
or outdoor play. She eventually did the outdoor play. One of them was anal or bondage. I think she went bondage. Another one was, the list goes on and on and on. I only seen the first part. Because at the time I didn't want to, this was during the whole HBO copyright and you download. So I didn't really download the second series of it. So I didn't want to chance it at that time. But now I could probably watch it. But yeah, again, if you're into magical girls and you want to see a funny side of magical girls, I would recommend it just on the basis of how she get her certain power ups.
That sounds hilarious.
It is.
Like, please check a box of how you would like to receive it.
Yeah.
Oh God. This one would be my fourth one. This one is called Bakuan Ototo something or whatever. I can't. Most people find it just from Bakuan.
Man, we were fucking up these.
Well, I try to find like English titles for them, but there's like none for any of these. No one bothers to like give them official fucking titles because who gives a shit?
Especially now.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Like no one gives a shit. This is that one. So the entire premise is a guy gets home from, like I believe it's college, or he gets injured or something like that, and so he gets back, and of course he has older sisters as well as younger sisters, and his older sisters get the impression that he is a lolicon. So in order to cure him of his loliconness, they're like, well, if he falls in love with older sister bodies and the joys of womanhood, maybe he'll leave our little sister alone. And sex shenanigans happen, and that's the plot. And I don't think they ever really. I mean, they probably do bring it up to him, like, hey, we're doing this because we're trying to protect our sisters. I think that might only be a conversation between just themselves, though. I'm not entirely sure.
Right. Okay.
The reason I like this one is because this was probably one of the first modern ones that I watched in terms of like animation. And obviously quality. You can definitely tell it's a modern one because it really does just go from scene to scene to scene to scene, rather uneventfully. So it's also got cosplay in it. I'm super into like the entire cosplay tag. So yeah, big fan of it.
All right. My next one is, well, Matt already pretty much covered it for Menketsu Happening. So whatever he kind of touched on is what I like.
It's got, you can find everything in it, to be honest.
I mean, it was pretty much for me, it was the harem, pretty much. For me, it was the harem, and like how he finds himself in these situations. Like, I mean, if To Love Ru had a hentai, this would probably be it. This would probably be it.
But it's weird because the MILF character like is aware of his powers. So she like tries everything to like activate it to see if it's like actually a thing, and it's so funny. She puts herself in these situations. Like in like the first episode, they're like cleaning the soda machines, and they're just like being nonchalant about it. But you can tell like there's something up. Like you can tell she has some kind of plan, and stuff happens. So her plan works.
So yeah, that's I guess once again that's that for me.
Yeah. And then I think this is another shared one, but Monmusu Quest or Monster Girl Quest. This one...
Yeah, it's another shared one.
Yeah, another shared one. Again, this Monster Girl tag, I feel like that's all I really need to say about that. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I know earlier I asked you, like, what had the other one, the Lewds one. This one definitely is the Monster Girl, because you have... the Spider Girl, you have...
Yeah, you got the Spider Girl, you've
slime,
got a slime, you've got like a weird... I think she's like a dragon girl, technically. Or something like that.
Yeah, shit. But anyway, yeah.
But then you got a demon girl, you got... I think there's a Lami in this one too, I think. You got succubuses, you got just this poor Shota hero just getting handled by all these monsters, and poor kid can't take it.
Yeah, I mean, if I could find, I mean, I would love to play the visual novel.
I do have them if you want.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. But yeah, this. I mean, if you're into Monster Girls,
very hard to pass up on this one.
Because
if you're a fan of the visual novels. And you want to see what just those scenes look like animated. It cuts out a lot of the more unpopular ones, like the Slug Girl, the Bee Girl, like those aren't in there. I'm gonna assume obvious reasons, because why? But like the more popular ones, like the Succubus and the Lamia is a demon chick that you quest with in the game. So yeah, those are the popular ones that you want to see are almost all there. So
I mean, I wish whoever company does put out more Monster Girls, because the only way I get it is on paper form. I mean, I have a lot of books. I'm speaking of side note. I'm like, I finally put up my I bought a shelf and I finally put all my H stuff on a wall.
Yeah.
Already freaking out of room.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. I'll show you if you want it later.
Yeah, I'll take a look. That sounds really cool, actually.
But yeah. All right. Is it me? On me?
Yeah, we just did Monster Girl quests for me, so I think we're going blue happening for you.
All right. My next one is living sex toy delivery.
Wait, what's the Japanese title?
That is the.
That's like just the title?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not on the site.
Really? Okay,
It's
so
not-
it's not the one that I'm thinking of. Okay.
Because I had to I had to bust out my.
Dig deep for this one.
No, I had to bust out my hard drive because I couldn't like.
That's Roxas.
I'm like,
Roxas is a good puppy.
so, living sex toy delivery it starts off with this guy. I guess you can call it an orgy.
Okay.
He was paralysis during this whole event. They're taking his semen, and then they leave him out in front of a train, leave him for dead. And
This got dark.
yeah, well,
It starts real dark.
it does. And he was paralyzed, and then he last minute got out the box, and then like you see a little suicide note, like this wasn't me, blah blah blah. And so he finds the girl who invited him to the party before he got drugged. I'm like, why the fuck did you take me to this party? Do you know what they did to me? Blah 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 blah. I didn't know. I'm like, okay. And so sure enough, how does he get his revenge? Through the power of penis.
Through the power of dick.
Yeah. So I mean, he goes, from one girl to one girl, trying,
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't kill him, but he dicks him down. He dicks him down,
Gives him that good dick.
and then he puts him in a box and then leave him out in front of wherever they normally hang out. It turns out, fountain of youth is through, semen. And so,
Yeah, I mean,
end of the day, he got
also
his
to be
he got his revenge. So I mean, I liked it because you never really see stories like this where
starts super fucking dark.
yeah, it starts compared to another one on my. Oh no, that'll be a number 11. Anyway, yeah, you never seen one that start this dark, and then I want the male takes revenge,
Yeah.
in a non NTR way.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's the way I like this one because it's different than what we normally see in hentai.
Okay, that's fair. Speaking of, well, mine doesn't break the norms. Mine's actually pretty normal, unfortunately. This one is actually aired this year, I believe, or like last year or something like that. Masterpiece is actually mine. Mm-hmm. This one I'm actually a really big fan of because of the whole two sisters and the MILF thing. There's actually another series that does this kind of same concept with like the stepmom and then the stepsisters, but that one is very much more NTR related and a lot more aggressive. This is very consensual between all parties involved. The funny part is they don't know their mom's trying to get the dick too, and that's what the last episode was all about, is him sleeping with the two sisters and then just like the entire time just dicking the mom down.
Huh.
And it really was funny as shit. Very beautiful characters, no one's a bitch, no one's a dick, like the guy's not an asshole like that they're sleeping with for no reason. Yeah, just very I don't want to say vanilla because the whole stepmom angle, but beautiful animation, I will say. Yeah, another one that I just enjoyed. Nothing super special about it because, like I said, the plot, you've seen it a million times. The characters, trying to argue who he should be with, you've seen that a million times.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's handled well, so it's hard to complain about it.
All right. My next one is La Blue Girl. Very old.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this one's old, isn't it?
Yeah. There's 3 series. There's La Blue Girl, Return of Blue Girl, and La Blue Girl Returns, which is like kind of updated in a 2000-ish way. But yeah, she's basically a sex warrior Kanochi, female ninja. And she battles, sex demons. I'm like, oddly enough,
what else will she battle?
yeah. So, I mean, long story short, demons come in. They, again, it's been a while, but I like this series because we don't really think of. No, I wasn't gonna say Ninja Scroll because I mean there is like a few sex scenes, like maybe one and a half in that one, but I scratch that. It's nothing like Ninja Scroll in a sex.
I can't think of what I should have added to my list actually. I'll see if I can find it quick. But there's one that sounds similar, only instead of sex like demons, she like travels forward into time and she gets her like confused with this guy's girlfriend. So yeah, it's dumb. Keep going.
But yeah, I like Lewding Girl because at the time the animation was good. How she, the whole concept of sex battling, as it was just weird at the time was like, man, this is new. I gotta check this out. Like, oddly enough, I've seen the live action versions.
There's a live action version of Lewding Girl.
Yeah, there is.
What is wrong with Japan?
I don't know. It's not that great, but it's still hilarious to watch. Anything live action hentai is hilarious.
If you can track any down, well, maybe we'll do an episode or two on some of them.
It is hilarious.
But it's just no one really knows what the fuck's going on, and everyone's very confused. But they're getting paid, so who cares?
Yeah,
that's generally what it boils down to.
So yeah, that's Lewding Girl.
All right, interesting. We got mine. This is probably the oldest one on my list. Resort Boyne. This one is, harem focused, of course, because why wouldn't it be? Many girls. I don't know if I missed this part every single time, but there's for some reason a tentacle monster in one of the episodes. It's never made much sense to me because I don't know if I pass out or just don't pay attention to what's going on. But yeah, there's a tentacle girl.
Well,
not tentacle girl, but tentacle monster.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, very weird. But obviously, it's just one of those harem, multiple girl personalities. Everyone's trying to get with the guy type thing. The main reason I recommend this, the main reason I really like this, is because in the first episode, it has one of the best threesomes ever put into hentai, in my opinion, at the bathhouse. So that's actually why I keep going back to this, literally just because of the first episode. So
I'm trying to remember that one. I remember in the hotel room, and then the blonde chick comes around.
The hotel room. This one's really funny.
I remember that one.
He's having sex with one of the other chicks, and the door's locked, and she knocks on it hey, let's go to dinner or something like that. And they're like, we're busy. He doesn't feel well, so we're not going down. And she's just like, that's a load of shit. So she literally goes around this 3-story resort and climbs up to their balcony. And of course the sex moves to the balcony window. And when lo and behold, a lightning flash and she's out there right when the money shot happens. Yeah. And it's just great.
Was that the same for the boat too? Is that the same episode on the blonde?
I think so.
Okay, because I don't remember the third scene.
Because it's the hotel, the 3-way, and then I think the boat. Because he rails someone in every possible place you could think.
Yeah,
the forest, a boat, the beach, hotel room, balcony, a van. Which honestly the only time that I've seen a van used in a non-rapey situation is they're just stargazing and they're like, hey, let's fuck, and it's all right, cool. Sure.
All right, my next one is the Monster Quest girl. Again, if you like monster girls, check this one out because again, there's not many hentai animated for monster girls at all. No. I mean, excluding Succubus.
Can we even? I consider that more demon girl than anything. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
and you could debate they're the same thing, but in my mind, a monster girl has more of the physical attributes of whatever they're supposed to represent than like a demon girl. So.
Yeah. But yeah, if Monster Girl is your jam, check it out.
Yeah. So my second to last one, this one's, I feel, pretty famous because it has a visual novel based off of it, or it's from a visual novel. It's called Erogi, Sex and Game Makes Sexy Games. So a shut-in who really likes this company's visual novel, they're Erogies, eventually gets to work with them, and he's like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. Unfortunately, all of the artists and the writers and everyone there is female, and they don't like men. So, they can't really make very good visual novels about erogi because they've never had these situations or, any experience with men. So, how does our protagonist save the day, you might ask? Well, I'll give you a hint. It's his penis. It's his penis again. And it just develops into just a very strange story of eventually all of the girls, well, the two main girls, the blonde and the brunette, really like him. The chick with the glasses is kind of just there for, like, really weird fetishes, and I don't like her that much. I wish she wasn't in the series or part of it at all. Because I'm not even going to get into it. I don't like her scenes. And then, of course, the adorable little, runner of the company's called a Flower, I believe. Of course, she's, like, older than everybody, but, a lolly still. So, you gotta respect that. So she has her little scene. It just gets crazy between these two. They're like, God, I love you, but I hate you, and man, you're the best, but you're the worst, and very conflicting emotions from this guy, I imagine. It's pretty good. Animation's pretty decent. The story's just really funny. So that's probably the best. That's probably the best reason to watch this one is you're gonna have a good laugh because literally the artist chick, she's like, I need this for reference and nothing else. And he's like, okay, sure, why not?
It's always for
reference. And then eventually she's like, yo, let's go bang at my house. And she's like, gosh, I can't get any good data from this. And he's like, but you didn't even bring out the camera. What do you what do you mean?
That's always the trope.
Or like my favorite is the writer who like has these different scenarios, and instead of just voice acting them, she's like, we have to act this out. And he's just like, what? What? Why? And she's like, this is for data and research. We're acting it out. And he's like, oh, okay, whatever.
That's the tsundere, right?
Yeah, that's the tsundere one.
All right.
Well, they're all technically tsundere because they're all like, God, I don't like you, but man, you help me with my work really well. And so that's the entire situation. Again, this one has a little bit of something for everyone. Including you weird fetishy people. You can check out the glasses chick scene. She always has some weird shit going down, so enjoy that.
All right. My next one is Darling. Now, compared to everything I've on my list, this is probably the most vanilla-ish, quote unquote. Reason why, the first scene is kind of pretty vanilla. After I watch it because it's for the plot. For real, the plot's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So one thing you learned about us too is we do, unfortunately, now that we're doing this, we do have to watch it for the plot. But he actually watched it for the plot way before this. So.
But yeah, the story. He's a artist, or He's a hentai artist. He's on a deadline. I guess the chief editor, not the chief editor, but a editor comes by and say, "Hey, you have a deadline's coming up.
Here's your new deadline."
And then I'm like, "Oh crap! All right, I guess I got to go in arrow mode. Am I pronouncing?
Arrow mode? Arrow mode? Yeah, arrow mode. I don't know.
ERO mode.
Arrow. Yeah,
depending on how you pronounce that. And like, oh, what's that? Well, it's basically my wife gives me a blowjob while I'm doling this
while I'm writing some mad bars, I get head.
And he basically, every female character is based off his wife, and he play
You know what? Low key, that's actually kind of cute. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
So I mean,
Honey, my top seller is based off that one time you gave me good sucking.
So yeah, I'm like if he needs to dole out a if he's on a time crunch, he goes into arrow mode. Basically his wife dresses cosplay as whatever that character is. The first episode is one of them is a Chinese dress secret agent. So she dresses in a China dress outfit and gives him head, and then it'll go right into the scene that he's drawing. So everything he's drawing, you actually see.
Okay.
So and then there's 3 episodes, 3 scenes, the whole format of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Low-key, I actually probably would watch that just for the plot. That actually sounds interesting.
So yeah, and then eventually 3rd episode, it's kind of funny because every scene almost eventually the wife's little sister comes into play. He doesn't he bangs her in the comic that he's drawing, but during the arrow mode.
He's a faithful boy.
Well, yeah, the wife's giving the blowjob, but she's off in a corner, masturbating.
Yeah.
And in the 3rd episode, editor comes over
Plot
and it's like,
character.
so I want to see this happening. It's like, oh, and then this was the last scene, and then she comes over, and then for some odd reason she gives him a blowjob. They're both blowing him. But no, the only time you see sex between the husband and wife is that first episode, and which is very vanilla. But later on, it doesn't really get vanilla. But
I mean, it's in the but it's fantasy too, where it's like, okay, this isn't some dude's mind or just for whatever. So.
But yeah, this one, if you want a good plot with, I guess cosplay. If you're into cosplay with good plot, check out Darling.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna check that out soon. That actually sounds really good. So the last on my list,
you missed one.
No, I didn't.
You didn't do Doki Doki Little.
I don't want to talk about that one. Fine, I'll talk about it.
All right.
So
it's up to you.
No, it's fine. I did skip one. He's right. So anyone familiar with? It's not Doki Doki Literature Club. It's Doki Doki Little Oye-san. Oh God, I don't even know why I put this on. I think I saw it and I was like, yeah, I like that one. And then I thought about it, like, wait a minute. So God damn it. So this one is a guy is living, in an apartment, and the landlady or the runner of the apartment complex just happens to be this 3 foot tall, 35-year-old lady who looks like a little girl, but she's not. Typical hentai lolly type deal. And of course, this guy's 6'5", 275 pounds of muscle. He makes most linebackers look fucking puny shit. And it's pretty much hey, landlady, I have the rent. And she's like, what else do you have? And he's like, I have the rent. And she's like, yeah, but that's not enough. And he's like, but I have the rent. And so then they just end up banging because they really like each other secretly. And there's some cosplay. There's if you're into the big dude tiny girl type thing, this is for you. Like I said, I'm not sure why I kept this one because this is not one I go to when I'm in the mood for anything. So this was actually kind of a mistake, but there's some people that are into this. There's no just because this guy is 6'9", 280 pounds of make Brock Lesnar fucking blush. None of it's I'm taking advantage of this very tiny woman. He's actually very afraid of her and intimidated by this little girl, and it's so funny. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Yeah, if you want a good laugh with the dick is the size of this girl. It's insane.
Yeah,
if you want a lesson in how quantum mechanics don't apply in hentai, this is the one for you.
All right, I might have to check that one out.
Good quality animation too. So I believe it's the same studio that did the Erogi Sex and Game one.
Okay.
The collaboration works. I believe the one that specifically did it is called Waffle Studio or something like that. So, yeah, good voice acting, everything. It's just the plot is just he's in situations where she's like, "Where's the rent? Or, what are you doing? Oh, you need a woman's touch. And he's like, no, I'm good. I got this. And then they just, yeah.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely have to check that one out.
Check out Darling. That one sounds interesting. So.
All right. My last one is Miseru K-Land. This one, if you read it, there's more chapters than the actual OVA. But give you a basic rundown. Miseru K-Land is basically amusement park where you can just actually go fuck.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, the paper version, we're actually get the original version. I'll just say the original version. It's more chapters. They actually take you around different parts of the park. Different scenarios. In the paper version, there's an actual petting zoo, quote unquote.
Oh God.
I mean, if you're in animal ear type cosplay, and that chapter's actually pretty good. But overall, yeah.
I'll have to track down a scan of that then.
Yeah. But yeah, K-Land is good. Which is weird because when you enter the park, they put a condom on the guys, which boggles my mind. It boggles my mind because
Can you just imagine like strolling up to like Six Flags or Valley Fair and they're like, all right, cock out.
Yeah. So, they put the condom on and it disappears, and then later on, all these girls get cream pie. I'm like,
yeah, quantum mechanics don't.
yeah, I know.
Don't
but still, it's pretty funny on that aspect. But yeah, it's pretty. I like the series because this is one of those series where you don't really see too much of any of this. It's a sex amusement park.
Yeah, very sex positive type deal.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, and you'll see like first timers go in there. Next thing you know, they're all of a sudden sex maniacs by the end of the day.
like the dude that wanted to kill himself. He's just like, dude, pussy's pretty great.
I mean, I would love to know how much a ticket would just go be there for something like this. I'm like,
well, it's like away from our top 10 for like 2 seconds to talk about another series. But did you ever read or watch the one where you can like just pay money and go to an island where like all the women are supposedly like bred just to be sex objects?
Ooh, you wouldn't happen to know the title of that.
It's an island something.
Maybe not.
But
Maybe.
if you saw it, the art style is very goofy. The entire story is really messed up. He turns the author and maker of it turns like the last chapter of it into like a satirical like what in the hell is wrong with all you people for making this series popular? Like the main character like goes onto a bus and like has sex with like middle school students, and he's like, nobody is saying anything, nobody is stopping me, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's messed up in the last chapter, but the first two are actually really interesting. I just was curious.
Well, I mean, that kind of reminded me of a chapter that just came out a week ago, where it's like it's a hidden vacation spot for where a bunch of fudas, come, and they actually have like sex battles that dated back to BC time. So I'm waiting for chapter 2 of that one.
I'm waiting for the fighting game based on that one.
So, but yeah, going back to K-Land, if you want to see an amusement park version of, just orgy upon orgy upon orgy, and like the different aspects of different parks, or if you want to see the different aspects of the park, I suggest go reading it. But the animation is pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I think I've seen this one. So.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I definitely would recommend reading it if there's more to it than like the 1 or 2 episodes or something that we got. So, so now we're on to my actual last pick that I actually meant to put on this list. Futabu or Fuda Club. I don't think I need to explain. Doggy, stop. We're in the middle of something. Stop it.
Well, he's bored.
Yeah.
He's bored.
He's mad because we were giving him attention earlier and now we're not. He's just chasing around a little thing. Oh, so cute. He's like a little cloud. Anyway, Fuda Club. I mean, it's what it sounds like. A bunch of Fudas form a club at school that somehow got sanctioned. I'm not quite sure. And yeah, they just do Foodie Club activities, which for some reason they measure their cum loads. I don't understand that. I don't think they ever give a reason. And, you get the pretty funny meme of, the vice president has the second biggest dick, and then the president supposedly has the smallest, but then when she's fully aroused, it's, like, the biggest. It's, like, bigger than her. I think it's bigger than her, actually.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Just cum shots and money shots where, like, just condoms get, like, filled like fucking, air balloons. It's insane. And then, you have the one little innocent non-Fuda member who joins because she wants to help out, but really she just wants to get banged by chicks with dicks, which I can't blame her.
Yeah,
this one is really funny. They treat it like it's a completely normal thing the entire time, and it's just odd. The OVA is even better because they go to, like, a hot spring, and they're like, oh, it's gonna be completely normal, and, like, we don't have to worry about anything. And then the shrine, or the lady that runs it, she's like, yeah, this hot spring was, like, designed for, like, Fudas and stuff. So yeah, like, you're like, what'd she say? Like, your, like, sexual urges get increased to by the water, and they're all just like, what? No, that's not what we wanted. And then does the stupid fade away to the sky as they all squeal or, like, cry about something. So
no, I like the USA versus Japan one.
That was pretty funny. She's like an exchange student, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
And she wipes out everybody except for the president.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's great. If you're into Fudas, one of the better ones that exists. So
I'm trying to think. Well, I think was that last?
Yeah, that was my last one, I think.
No. I mean, I'm reading one. Oh, yeah, I am reading one right now. That basically the whole book is Fuda's.
You just mentioned it.
No. Hold on. It's coming up. Sokonashi Tsudaku Clinic. Well, anyway, the whole every 230 pages of it is basically Fudas.
Okay.
Mail on Fuda, what have you, and Fuda on Fuda. But anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. So yeah, that's our top 10 go-to recommended.
Yeah, top 10 asterisks because we had some duplicates. But,
yeah. Once again, this came from Coda Bear. Also, if you are listening and if we don't email you, some of the recommendation on segments
topic
that
ideas.
Was anime kinks. We have no idea what we were talking about.
We don't know what that means.
I mean, granted, we should have emailed you saying we did not.
Back. We still have the email, so if we don't hear one directly from you, we'll email you ourselves.
Another one was sexual things in Japan.
So my question on that is, do you mean Japan's openness of sex versus like the West, or are you just talking about like
just in general
sex shops or like stuff like that? I guess we just need to know before, because we can talk about either. So
yeah, was it just that one, or was there or was there somebody else? Let's see. Maybe this one comes from DJ Kelly 12. Best hentai to be a main character in. That's a little kind of vague.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think like why that's like the reason that's like not one that's like the reason that's like kind of vague is like, what do you mean by like the main character? Like, are we talking about like the world that they live in, or specifically like, are we just that character going through that series that is available? So, because that would change that entirely. Because like the one that we just talked about, the theme park one, like there's not technically a main character in that one, but I would totally live in that world.
Yeah.
Versus like happening, I would absolutely be that guy.
No,
I would
yeah.
absolutely be him.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I know this isn't really vague. Best oppai in hentai or anime. I mean, you might want to maybe clean that up because sometimes get down. Like get down.
He's a bad dog.
I mean, it's not necessarily vague.
Well, it's general. Like,
Yeah.
the best oppai, in your opinion, in hentai or anime. It's like, well, I mean, oppai. I mean,
Yeah.
do they have boobs?
Yeah.
Then they're the best. Like, I don't...
I mean, I can do probably an anime, like where it's
Yeah, because
presented better.
Yeah, if you want us to be like the best looking in an anime that's not hentai, because obviously hentai puts a lot more work into making them presentable than other ones, then we can do that.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, something like that, like the best non-hentai oppai or something like that, which we might end up covering or something like that. So, I still love the best hentai to make a fighting game out of. That one's the one I really want to cover one day.
Sure. Like
One day.
Yeah,
not anytime soon, but one day we will.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys can just,
Yeah, if you guys want to, whoever sent those in wants to clarify just those couple of things for us, then we'll gladly talk about it, because it does sound interesting. It's just we're not quite sure what anime kinks refers to or sexual things in Japan refers to, because that's a pretty broad topic. So
yeah, but also once again, if you have topics that you want us to cover,
or suggestions or anything, our email is in the description.
Yep. Also, I don't know if I want to put. Well, we now qualify for iHeartRadio.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
It's been 2 months since our first publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're able to do that. But I think everybody downloads from Spotify.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's more listeners.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we'll do it. So.
I put my coworker on it. He finally asked.
I haven't told anyone about this. I've told people, but like I don't like tell them what it called. Not because I'm ashamed or anything, but because my group of friends and like coworkers are very like normie. Like I was talking with like one of my coworkers, and I mentioned something we didn't talk about at the con was I'm just going to refer to them as they because I don't remember what they would like to be called. But they talked to us for like gave me a nice good old hug, gave my girlfriend a great hug, and just kind of talked to us about stuff. They were a furry. Apologize. And so I made a mention to that to one of my coworkers. Like, yeah, we talked to this very interesting person, like just out of the blue, just started chatting. And my other coworker's like, well, was she like a furry or something? I was like, yeah. And then my coworker's like, you do know he is one too, right? And then the other guy is just like, oh, and just sat down and like did not say anything else. So I was like, I don't know if he's like against the whole furry thing or not, or if any of our listeners are, but yeah. So.
Oh, speaking of that, like during that week,
it's very strange.
Which was weird. Like after Metacon, that following week there was the Furry Con.
God damn it!
That was at Regency.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of sad I didn't go.
But yeah, I was going through the event lists, and I was like, "What the hell is a floor battle?" You don't know what it is?
No.
Oh, it's a dance off. It's a dance. It's a literally dance off in furry costume. I had to YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is a dance?
Right.
What the hell is a floor battle? And I looked it up. I'm like, so that's what it's called.
Viewers also probably learned something that furries.
Yeah. So I think that's
also last minute shameless plug. I've gotten into collecting games again. So if anyone has a collection of old PS2, PS1, GameCube, Wii games that you were looking to sell, let me know. Just email this email, and I'll get back to you with I pay fair prices. I'm looking for a game. The primary game I'm looking for is a game called Rule of Rose. So if anyone has one, hit up the email, and we'll talk a fair market price for you.
Well, since we're putting in plugs, no.
So we're putting in plugs. Follow me on Twitter, yo.
No, don't.
Please don't follow me on Twitter.
No, I don't tweet either. I just follow.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we still don't have a Twitter for this, but we'll make one eventually. Who knows? We'll see.
But no. On serious note, if anybody know where I can find fabric of Ahiago,
he won't let this go. He wants to make this fucking Pope outfit.
I do.
He wants to make this Pope outfit.
Tell me that one would not be dope.
I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be dope. I'm just gonna say I'm judging you for it.
On that I want it, or it won't be. It won't be dope.
Yes.
You fucking cop out. Cop out. I mean, I do the same thing.
Cop out is my middle name.
But yeah, I mean, if you know where.
Yeah, actually, low key, I think it'd be really cool.
I mean, if you know where I could find an actual.
Or
fabric of it.
Have to buy multiple sweaters and cut it up. And
well, I found a blanket.
That's probably gonna be your best bet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a comforter or a sheet.
Like a sheet. If it was a sheet, that would be.
Yeah, if it was a sheet, then no.
A comforter, then you're gonna have to cut off the layer, deal with the fluff.
Yeah.
Gross.
So. I mean,
but yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's
the point being
9 months.
Yeah, if you're looking to sell games for fair price, hit us up. If you know how we can possibly get an actual fabric piece of the Ahai Gaho, you've seen the sweaters.
Yeah,
we're looking just for a swash of fabric for that, so he can make that. So
because that'll be amazing, just walking down.
I don't think he's ever explained what the staff's gonna be though.
I think it's just gonna.
I think you should just find the Pope staff.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, and then, well, yeah.
Well, if you do that, I'm doing the Lollies costume that I thought of.
What?
Or dress up in a cop outfit with a really bad mustache and aviators, and then carry around a sign that has the word lolly on it, and it's got the circle with the cross through. Oh no, it has lolly lewds on it, and then circle with the cross don't loot lollies, and then just show up to random panels and be like, I heard there was illegal lolly looting going on here. Just. I think that'd be really great. I think I would have a lot of fun with that.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty good. So, I mean, I know I have a lot of ideas for cosplaying. Hopefully, I can get it done.
Yeah.
Within a month.
Yeah, we'll see.
Especially my DJ Sona one.
I'm looking forward to that.
I definitely want. Well, I think I might change that up. Be a cross between DJ Sona and DJ Ari. Okay. Because I kind of want to rock my tails. Because I haven't done that. I rocked my tails in a year now.
Right.
Wait, did I rock my tails in anime? I think I did.
For an hour. No, you didn't do it for very long. If you did.
Maybe I didn't. No. Now I think about it, I don't think I did rock my tails in Minneapolis. But anyway, yeah, I definitely want to rock my tails again.
Yeah, neither here nor there of our future cosplay plans. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't really have a super funny write-up. We just hope you guys enjoyed our top 10. Like I said, that was a request from one of you guys out there. So if you have any more topic ideas, feel free to send them out. We do have an ever-growing list, but we'll get to them to the best of our ability. To avoid us asking questions like this in the future, please be a little more specific with what you mean, or we'll just email you directly back. But it might get to the point where we have so many vague ones where we just kind of start taking them off the list and don't even deal with them. Yeah. It just kind of depends on how much fan response we get. So closing thoughts, top 10 I think went pretty well.
Yeah.
Hope you guys got at least interested in some of them. I know a lot of mine personal ones, there wasn't anything special about them that I explained, but that's because there's nothing super out there for a lot of the ones that I'm, enjoy. I don't like super fetishy stuff in the first place, so.
Really?
Yeah, not a fan.
So you're straight vanilla? I mean, I wouldn't say straight vanilla, but
straight vanilla.
But there is a.
Yeah, no, but like
a bump.
Yeah, like Monster Girls are fine. Like the 3 Ping Lovers stuff is fine. The Resort Boing stuff, like tentacles and stuff, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I stay away from well, actually, we'll possibly even make this maybe next episode or a very recent or very upcoming episode where we talk about our absolute least favorite tags in hentai that we refuse to watch. I think.
Okay.
Because that'll inform both of us of stuff that we're either not comfortable with or just don't enjoy, as well as the fans.
Well, I mean, for me, that would be a short list.
I was gonna say, yeah. I feel like,
For me,
I feel like your list is like gonna be like 2.
I'm trying to think right now. I mean, I know of one right now that I kind of refuse. It depends on the story, but
yeah,
in broad general, yes, there is one that I typically stay away from.
Yeah, there's like 3 that I just refuse to, just because not principles, just because I just find it inherently repulsive. But yeah, when we get to that episode, we'll do that. So,
all right, but yeah, that's it.
God, where are we? Like episode 5, 6 now? I think?
This is 5. This is 5.
Yeah, episode 5. First one back since the con.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Hopefully we'll keep on our consistent release schedule for you guys. I know we skipped 1 week due to me being out of town. We'll see how the next couple weeks go, because there's a lot of stuff going on involving family and stuff for myself. So,
and for me, it's football.
Yeah, we started this super late because we're watching the Vikings game and we're both just done with that shit. Disappointing as fuck.
God damn it.
Whatever. Whatever.
Falcons brought up the hype on that one, and Trubisky kind of gave us hope. If you watch that game. But anyway, that's
neither here nor there.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening to episode 5 of Itaitolistento.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jarrett.
And have a good one.
See ya.